Good morning, everyone. March 14th, 2013. Gather around. I have a great deal of information today I am going to present on my channel. Stay with me today. Stay with me on my channel regarding the new Pope, Bergoglio, who chose the name Pope Francis I. Now, stay with me. Grab some coffee because we're going to take a look in this video at the connection. Is there a connection between Pope Francis I and Peter the Roman, Petrus Romanus? And I think you will be surprised. I believe there is. I believe he very well could be the false prophet from the book of Revelation. I'm going to explain all this coming up. I want you to understand he is the first Jesuit Pope, not only the first Pope to be of the order of Jesuits, he is a high-ranking official of the Jesuit order. The Jesuits are kind of like a secret society, like the Illuminati. They play both sides of the fence. There is a very dark side to the order of Jesuits. They are spies. And we're going to talk about that coming up in another video. Grab some coffee real quick. I'm going to put my pen down. It's been a long, long night. We're going to have our coffee. Let's have our coffee first, and then I'm going to explain. All right, first things first, I want you to understand there is no bias with me presenting the information on this new Pope, Francis I. I have no ties to the Catholic religion, family, or otherwise. So I am going to be right up front, honest, and in your face with the information. I'm not going to smoke screen and cover anything up. All right, before we tie in the connection with Pope Francis I and Peter the Roman, Petrus Romanus, I will come back in a little bit. I'm going to do a video on the oath. But when you become a Jesuit, the oath that is administered to you and that you take. I did a video on this a while back, a week or so ago, but we're going to take another look at this when we're looking at this new Pope, who is a high-ranking Jesuit. And never before has there been a Jesuit as a Pope. And believe me, it is a very uneasy, unsettling feeling as we are looking at end-time Bible prophecy. None of this, prophecies of Malachi, even existed. We are on the brink of the rapture of the church and the great tribulation, the Antichrist to come on the world stage. It's all happening so quickly. But this is even more confirmation. All right, I want to touch on this. Go to my channel. As we're looking at this man, Cardinal Bergoglio, who is now Pope Francis I. Back in the 1970s, he was accused of involvement in a kidnapping of two priests who were found 5 months later in a field, half naked and drugged. All right, when you look at the new Pope, Pope Francis I, Bergoglio, he looks like a very nice, innocent man. But there is a dark side. There is an evil that lurks. Viewers have sent me so much information, but especially I want to thank Alice, who sends me this as we take a comparison right now with the new Pope, Francis I, and Peter the Roman, Petrus Romanus. And I'll put the link to this below for you as well. Again, I have no bias. I have no connection with the Catholic Church, so I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. And here is what the article reads. Peter the Roman. He chose the name Francis based on Saint Francis of Assisi. Francisco di Pietro, Peter di Bernardone. Francisco di Pietro, which means Peter di Bernardone. Pope Francis I was born into a middle-class family of 7. His father, an Italian immigrant, railway worker, and his mother, a housewife. So although he did not blatantly name himself Peter the Roman, the intent is clear. And I want to touch on that because at first, when the announcement came, the white smoke rolled out of the chimney at St. Peter's Basilica. And when they announced the new Pope, I didn't see a connection. But it took a while with the other popes when you're looking at the prophecy of the popes by Malachi. Just like with Benedict XVI, the glory of the olive. We didn't see it right off the bat. It took a little bit. It took a little time. Pope John Paul II, and all of them, for example, his name having anything to do with the sun. Then we find out he was born, and he was entombed on a solar eclipse. Now the same is taking place with this new Pope, Bergoglio, who chose the name Francis I. All right. So let me rehash this one more time. Pope Francis I was born into a middle-class family of 7. His father, an Italian immigrant, railway worker, and his mother, a housewife. So although he did not blatantly name himself Peter the Roman, the intent is clear, and I agree. And I just explained to you how the other popes, it takes a moment to make the connection. This would qualify him as Peter the Roman. He named himself after Saint Francis of Assisi. Peter, and his family is of Italian descent by blood. A Roman, Saint Francis of Assisi, Italian, San Francisco di Assisi, baptized Giovanni, renamed Francisco, original name Francisco di Pietro, Peter di Bernardone, and he was born 1181-1182. Now, in 1979, Pope John Paul II recognized him as a saint. So I wanted to bring you that information now, and I'm going to come back and we're going to take a look at. Now, do you think this qualifies him as Peter the Roman? We're going to take a look at the Jesuit oath. Again, they control everything, the Jesuits. Their supreme leader is the Black Pope, and that is who the new Pope now, Pope Francis I. That's who who controls him, everything he does, everything he says. The Black Pope. Just the fact that we have now a high-ranking Jesuit in the Vatican, sitting on that gold throne, they claim to be the vicar of Jesus Christ. They claim to be Jesus himself. It's not good. Stay with me throughout the day. I'll be right back.